By popular demand, here are 3 reasons why ancient Egyptian civilization lasted for as long as it did. Now, for quick context, ancient Egyptian civilization lasted for over 3,000 years. By most people's estimates, that makes it the longest lived human civilization in history. And even though it's been dead for 1700 years, well, that makes it all the more remarkable. So, without further ado, reason number 1 is Egypt's sheer unique geography. Before the advent of internationally agreed upon borders with imaginary lines running through uninhabited areas like desert and tundra, well, your nation is where your people lived. And in ancient Egypt, this was the Nile Valley. Because you have desert on both sides, and that made Egypt very isolated, very protected. Reason number 2 is Egypt's wealth. Of course, there's agricultural wealth. Egypt was the breadbasket of the Mediterranean. Rome would get its grain from Egypt, without which its population, which had ballooned up, would starve. And apart from that, there is Egypt, of course, main claim to fame perhaps is gold, mineral wealth. The treasures of the boy king, Tutankhamun, come to mind, of course. So, in diplomatic correspondence, other kings of other empires would write to the king asking for more gold as gifts. And they would say, quote, "Gold is as dust in your land," end quote. And finally, reason number 3 is ancient Egyptian institution of kingship. It was so central to ancient Egyptian culture and civilization that the absence of a king ruling from within Egypt for extended periods of time towards the tail end of ancient Egyptian history, for example during the Roman period, began to eat away at and erode ancient Egyptian culture bit by bit. Ancient Egyptian kingship was the glue, the center of gravity, sort of anchoring the culture together. The very art of ancient Egypt, at least on temple walls and things, would not work without the figure of the king involved. So you can think of ancient Egyptian kingship as the backbone around which the flesh of ancient Egyptian culture was built. And these are, in my opinion, the 3 reasons why I think ancient Egyptian civilization lasted for as long as it did.